Aurelius connects people who are struggling with addiction to a community of recognition and support. After years of supporting her mum through an addiction, Aurelius' CEO, Sally, has built a profit-for-purpose company close to her heart. With a mission to change the way addiction is treated, Aurelius is working to improve treatment for those suffering from addiction. Her co-founder and CTO is a seasoned product manager and entrepreneur. As a product leader, he delivered high growth for over 50 companies, including tech giants like Google and Atlassian. As a serial founder, he built multiple apps himself and raised investments in Europe, Silicon Valley, and Australia. Together, they are a force. Introducing Aurelius.
What kind of person comes to mind when you think of somebody addicted to drugs? Some of you might be imagining a criminal, a poor person, somebody homeless. If so, what you're visualizing is stigma. These people aren't from a different world. They are people like my mum, who, yes, still struggles with a 35-year heroin addiction, but she's still the most incredible woman I know. And like mum, they have jobs and they raise kids, all while dealing with some sort of hurt and pain, which is not a lifestyle choice, but a chronic disease. Over 1 million people in Australia need treatment for some sort of drug and alcohol use, but 20% get it. And the conversations for so long have been around curing addiction instead of treating addiction. And we know that because the average time someone's addicted before they receive treatment, that gap is 27 years. Yet the average treatment time, just 20 days. And if you're trying to unravel an addiction built up in 27 years and 20 days, it's just bonkers. And it comes at no surprise that 90% of people will and do relapse within year one. As with other chronic diseases, addiction is a lifelong recovery process. So by moving away from models that are episodic and have huge price tags, and by moving closer to models that support people anytime, anywhere that are affordable, and when I say affordable, we mean dollars per day, not thousands, we give those extra 800,000 people that need support a chance. In fact, most things we think we know about addiction are wrong, built into our minds by media in Hollywood. We really need to absorb some basic fundamentals that are backed by research. And that's exactly what we're doing. Aurelius is stripping addiction support back to first principles. And by involving the whole ecosystem around addiction, we're able to give people back their community and get them connected again to themselves, to others, and to 24/7 support. The experiential knowledge that peer support provides is a fundamental driver of recovery. And we know that there are people that are going through an addiction today that want to get support from those people that have walked in those shoes. And those people that have walked in those shoes and lived it want to support those who are seeking help. Aurelius is the first organisation to match those two groups of humans together in a really and truly scalable way. We're a digital companion. Digital applications have proven effective for other chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, chronic pain, and mental illness. And we're the first ones to do this for addiction, and we're applying that model to addiction. And the research also tells us that active recovery support can lower relapse rates by over 50%. We're incredibly excited to announce that we've launched our first program and we've connected humans together that are supporting each other with an illicit drug problem. And the feedback and the engagement has been overwhelmingly positive. We're setting up the right partnerships globally to make sure everything we do is backed by research and science. And we're super excited to announce that we've recently closed our seed round with Tempest Partners, who are experts in digital health, and they've backed us as the founders to solve this very specific problem. Now, Ben, my friend and my co-founder, who lost his brother to a heroin overdose a few years ago, also knows that while not all stories have happy endings, his brothers should have gone a lot differently. And now we have, as the team, the opportunity to rewrite that story for so many others who need help from addiction. So yes, we've all been affected by addiction, but that's exactly the reason why we're going to beat it. We're looking for introductions to forward-thinking drug and alcohol rehab providers so we can finally give your patients a place to go before they enter your facility and as soon as they leave. And of course, if you know somebody that is struggling with addiction or you yourself need help, please reach out to us because we would love to help. As a society, we owe it to another to bring the conversations that have been left in the dark for so long now into the light. because the opposite of addiction is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connection.